With me here is Sister Mariana Bbalo, a religious sister of the Holy Spirit from Zambia. Sister Mariana is one of the sisters whose congregation took part in the research on revitalization of religious life in Eastern and Central Africa. Welcome, Sister Mariana.
Thank you.
From your experience of taking part in this research and listening to the sisters, what do you think the research is telling us about the essence of religious life in Africa?
Christianity in Eastern and Central Africa is fairly new compared to other parts of the continent. It follows then that religious life is equally new in this region. However, the local church has seriously embraced the faith by having its own clergy and religious. The sisters understand that religious life is a vocation, a call from God. They emphasize the centrality of God as the principle and foundation of their lives, their prayer, and their following of Christ. By their presence, the sisters are a reminder of the presence of God to His people. The sisters are aware that they have been called for mission. Their call is not their personal mission, but God's mission entrusted to them for His people. By their faithfulness to the vowed life, the sisters are the conscience of the faithful people of God. Religious life is a serious commitment lived in community. Community life, which is based on the model of the first Christian communities in the Acts of the Apostles, gives witness to the Christian community that it is possible to live together in love. The sisters are aware that they are the custodians of the patrimony of their congregations and have a responsibility to pass it on to new members of the Institute. By patrimony, we mean the spirit, vision, and nature of the founder.
From your reading of the research report, what struck you most about the 5 countries in Africa?
I will start with charism. While some congregations and individual members understand the charisms of their congregations, some are still struggling to understand and own it. There is a desire to revisit the origins or source to capture the central newness and unifying focus. Identity. While sisters are valued in society, trusted and believed to be good, people also think that sisters are rich, do not need help, and should help the poor. This mentality sometimes distorts the role of sisters as agents of evangelization to being social workers. Sustainability. Financial security is a concern for all congregations. In addition to this, new vocations are also viewed as an integral part of the congregation in order to ensure the future and continuity of the congregation, personnel, and Christ's mission. Community life. Community life is central to the life of the sisters. It is in community where the sisters gain holiness because they learn to live together and are challenged to love, forgive, be reconciled, and grow. Community life is the first apostolate which gives witness, refreshment, and energizes the sisters for mission. The role of sisters in the church. Sisters participate in the life of the local church in a number of ways through evangelization, through their apostolic activity as caregivers, and often simply by being present and offering hope and solace to the people in need. On the other hand, it is also recognized that their contribution or their intrinsic value is not always acknowledged. Not all clergy understand or appreciate the sisters' involvement and role in the church. Many sisters lamented that sometimes their services in the parish are not supported, either financially or provision of conducive working conditions.
What message has religious life in Africa got for the global family of religious sisters?
My experience of religious life is that it is a fulfilling vocation if it is lived for God and His mission. By reaching out to those whom we are sent, we ourselves are enriched. As the religious women and mothers, we are blessed and privileged to be in touch with God's people from different walks of life. We have a lot to offer to the world. People are longing for meaning in life. We can help people find purpose in life by listening to them. In spite of our decline in numbers and some congregations coming to completion, religious life, whatever form it will take, will always be relevant in the church. Religious sisters, with their commitment to prayer, will always contribute to the holiness of the church.
If you should give a message to the leaders of African congregations, what would you say?
It is important to give sound formation for matters, no matter how expensive and how long it might take, so that they get to know themselves, acknowledge their strengths and areas of growth. This will help them to objectively accompany others on their psycho-spiritual journey. If formation at all levels of religious life has to be effective, it has to aim at transforming each person's heart in order for each sister to be like Mary, the model disciple of Christ. The young generation joining religious life bring new gifts as well as challenges to communities. They come with different values and motivations. Therefore, modes of formation have to be revisited to offer appropriate formation for a sustainable commitment for those who choose to embrace religious life. And lastly, vocation and matters to be open-minded and give freedom to aspirants to make free choices of the congregations they want to join. It is the work of the Holy Spirit to direct a person to join a congregation in which her gifts resonate with the gift of the founding Spirit.
Thank you, Sister Mariana.
Thank you.